Hello everyone, welcome to One Connected Love. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Christina.
And we're true twin flames in union. And this week we are going to be discussing how to identify your true twin flame. So first we'll go ahead and just jump right in and get started. And we're going to start by talking about some of the misconceptions or some of the, things that people think like they do so that you can identify your twin flame. Which may not necessarily be true. And then we'll go into how to identify your true twin flame. So let's get started.
Yeah, so let's first talk about what twin flames are. So you and your twin flame were created as one. You share one consciousness, but you're two individuals, right? But you share one consciousness. Your twin flame is your perfect teacher, friend, partner, lover. They're your perfect person, your eternal companion, right? And so this desire that you feel in your heart for that ultimate lover, for that one true love, it's because you have a twin flame.
Yep. And your twin flame, you know deeply in your heart and in your soul that your twin flame is your person, right? And on the twin flame journey, you are basically uncovering that. So we're going to go into some of the misconceptions here and determine what really identifies a twin flame and what doesn't identify a twin flame. So the first one we've come up with here is the intensity of the feelings that you feel for the person that you believe to be your twin flame.
Yeah, this is a lot of the time what gets people started on the twin flame journey is that they meet someone with whom they feel an intense connection. But that in and of itself, an intense connection, intense feelings is not necessarily an indicator that someone's your twin flame. It's pointing you towards the twin flame path, but those intense feelings are yours to feel, and it could be related to a variety of things. So it's absolutely an avenue to explore, but that in and of itself is not the sign that someone's your twin flame.
Right, exactly. I think that awakening to the twin flame journey, there are a lot of feelings that come to the surface just in general. And you may be experiencing intense feelings with someone, but that, like Christina said, in and of itself is not an identifier of your twin flame.
Yeah.
Good. So the next one we will move to is synchronicities.
Yeah, and so, a lot of people, as they start their twin flame journey, they experience a lot of signs and synchronicities on their path. You might look for things like that in your twin flame or in this person you believe to be your twin flame, such as like, oh, we have the same birthdays, or our moms have the same first name, or, a variety of things that people look for. While synchronicities themselves are like, they're positive indicators that you're in alignment, and they're signs to keep going on your journey. That in and of itself, a synchronicity with someone, that in and of itself is not on its own a sign that someone's your twin flame.
Right, exactly. In my case, there were false twin flames that I experienced where I also saw synchronicities. But the truth is that those synchronicities, like Christina said, were like breadcrumbs on the path, leading me down the path and showing me that I was choosing the right things and moving down the path, but not necessarily that person was my twin flame. Now, you can also experience synchronicities with your true twin flame.
Absolutely.
But it's not the identifier on how to identify them.
Right.
Good. So the next point here, moving forward, is similarities in how you look. Similarities in appearance, physical appearance with this person.
Or your style or things like that.
Right.
While you may experience looking similar to your twin flame, because twin flames have the same soul blueprint, just because somebody has similar features to you doesn't necessarily mean that they're your twin flame. Right.
Exactly. And I'll like, just kind of as a joke, like, I'm Hispanic and I look like a lot of other Hispanic people. We come from the same like ethnic backgrounds, and so we have a lot of similar features. But so it doesn't necessarily mean that, if I had met someone else, that they're my twin flame. It could be that twin flames look similar because your physical appearance is a reflection of your soul design.
Right.
But all we're saying here is to not put so much weight into it as making it a 100% identifier of identifying your true twin flame.
Exactly. Yeah, and we know a lot of true twin flames who, like, you know, don't necessarily, like, in terms of, like, what each person, like, physically looks like, they don't necessarily look alike, or you could be of different ethnicities. So just because someone might share some features as you is not in and of themselves an indicator that they're your twin flame.
Right. Good. So the next one we will move into is the person I think is my twin flame has the same bad habits as me.
Yeah, or another way to say this is we have the same blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just because someone exhibits certain types of behaviors or certain things, or even has the same types of interests as you, may not be an indicator that they're your, like, twin flame for sure. Same thing is with your true twin flame. You may experience similar behaviors and similar interests and those sorts of things, and they could be your twin flame. So again, don't put too much weight into this as a 100% identifier that someone is your twin flame. But moving forward, we will get into how to actually identify your true twin flame.
Yeah. Good.
So we're going to be reading a little bit from the book Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover by Jeff and Shaleia. We are reading the God's 9 Signs You Are With Your True Twin Flame. So number 1, your twin flame will feel familiar to you. Now, something interesting here that this first sentence says is your true twin flame will feel familiar to you. And the first thing you notice here is this is not an external thing. This is an internal thing that is happening inside you, where you will feel something deep inside your heart, deep inside your soul that says, I know this person somehow, some way, somehow.
Yeah, there's a deep familiarity that like, it's a soul resonance, right? And that familiarity feels peaceful. It feels, familiar, not necessarily intense or exciting, but it's like you feel like you've known them forever.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Good. So the second one, your twin flame will share the same vision for their life as you do. So this is really important to identify between a true and a false twin flame, is that you may have a very deep understanding or like a vision for your life, and your true twin flame will meet you in that space. They will have the same vision as you. Not just say that they do, but they, in the way that they behave and they communicate and they act, they show that they truly believe in the same things as you, in the vision for your life.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So number 3, your twin flame will desire the same things as you from life.
So it sounds like the same thing, but it's not 100% the same thing.
Yeah.
So having the same vision for your life, that's pointing to, like, you know, you want your life to, like, you want to, like, accomplish, or the way you want your life to, like, unfold, right, is the same. Wanting the same things is, you know, for example, like, you want to make sure that you and your twin flame, like, you know, your twin flame wants to live in a city, or you want to live in a city. You know, your twin flame should, in theory, also want that, right? Not like, no, I want to live out in the country on a farm. Well, there is a dissonance there, and if you experience that, that's not necessarily like, you know, a no-go. It's just like, clearly there's a space where you need to get clear.
Yeah, exactly. Remember that the twin flame journey is an unfolding process, and just because the person you believe to be your twin flame doesn't meet all these right away, you're uncovering the truth as you heal. And maybe your twin flame is growing into these spaces or coming to the realization. But the truth is that deep inside, that truth should already be there. And when it, you know, it'll eventually be uncovered.
Exactly.
To be there or not be there.
Right.
Okay. So number 4, your lifestyle choices will align easily with your twin flame if you take the time to get clear on your choices together and individually. Yeah, so I feel like for this, your lives should mesh well very easily. Me and Christina, for example, I feel like our lives mesh really well together. We're not constantly like bumping heads, or we're not in disagreement there. But it's the same with your twin flame. You should essentially, your lives should come together very easily.
Yeah, and you know, it's also like a space where there can be inner work, right? Like it has that caveat of like, if you take the time to get clear on your values together and individually. So it's really important that you don't look at these things only on a surface level, but rather like these are deep, like soul resonance things.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's like the biggest important thing here is soul level resonance.
Yeah.
We'll jump into number 5 here. Your twin flame will value the same things as you when you both get clear on your values. So to clarify a little bit here, this isn't talking about, I like red shirts, my twin flame likes red shirts.
Right.
That may be the case with the person you consider a twin flame. We're talking about core soul values, soul level core values.
Yes.
So things like that are absolutely non-negotiable in your values. Honesty, integrity, compassion, those sorts of things that are unshakable.
Right.
Your twin flame will always meet you in that space. Good. So number 6, your twin flame will adore you at the core above all others. So one thing to take into factor in here is that doesn't mean that you won't argue or anything with your twin flame, but it means in their core you're their person. They believe it, they acknowledge it, and after working through blocks, right? You may have blocks at first, but after you clear those out, it'll be expressed to be the truth.
Yes.
Yeah. From them, right? Good. Let's move on to number 7. Your true twin flame will always love you.
Yeah, and so, you know, this means that, like, it's not that your true twin flame will never hurt you. Yes. Right? That's, you know, there could be upsets in your consciousness that, you know, create situations like that where, you know, someone, you know, you have a disagreement, but it just means that at the core, there's always love, right? At the core, your twin flame, you know, loves you. And you can feel that. You can feel when there's love at the core of your relationship or not. Even if you're having disagreements, even if, you know, hurtful things are being said, if that happens, you can always feel at the core if there's love there.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So number 8, your true twin flame will always genuinely enjoy your company. This is very true. Like, at least for me and Christina, like, there's no other person I'd rather hang out with, be around. We are genuinely best friends. Like, it feels really good. And your twin flame will feel that way naturally and easily and peacefully.
Right.
Yeah, they'll always meet you, not in an intense space where there's lots of deep feelings and you're always maybe feeling ungrounded or chaotic, but it's very peaceful, natural, balanced.
Right.
Good. Last sign, when you meditate deeply within your heart, you can see if the person in question is an exact vibratory match to your soul's blueprint. Now, same thing with all the other signs. This is an inward knowing. It's an inward realization. So going inward, feeling into the vibration and the energy of the person you consider to be your twin flame. Jeff and Shaleia always say that your heart always knows the truth. So long as you're choosing the truth and you're claiming the truth, your heart knows what's true and what's not. So take the time to be with yourself. Take the time you need to meditate and get clear on the person you're believing to be your twin flame.
Yeah. So this is this definitely goes more than surface level. This is like a core resonance with someone, and the core of your connection is peace with your twin flame. So all these other signs on the surface, you don't have to buy into them so deeply. Remember, it's an inner journey, and that's what really, really matters here. So does that feel good to you? All right. Well, that feels really complete. Thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, we are Daniel and Christina, and we are Ascension coaches. We do private coaching, group coaching, and personal readings.
If you're interested in our services or you need support on your journey, check out our website below, oneconnectedlove.com. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Take care.